Warning: 8 gifts you should never accept. They are blocking wealth and success. What if I told you that the gifts you accept could silently shape your future? It sounds strange, doesn't it? After all, gifts are symbols of kindness, love, and appreciation. They're meant to bring happiness into our lives. But what if some of those seemingly thoughtful presents carried unseen forces, energies that could disrupt your relationships, block your wealth, or even create obstacles on your path to success? Imagine this: you unwrap a beautifully packaged gift from a friend. It's a stunning knife set, sleek, sharp, and practical. At first, you're thrilled. But soon after, you notice subtle changes. Misunderstandings begin to creep into your relationship. Financial struggles seem to appear out of nowhere. Coincidence? Maybe not. According to ancient Buddhist teachings, every object carries a vibration, a resonance that interacts with the energy around you. Some objects uplift and harmonize, while others disrupt and divide. Today, we're exploring 8 gifts you should never accept. These items, while often given with the best intentions, are believed to carry negative energy that can subtly but powerfully influence your life. They're not just things, they're messengers, bringing with them the energy of their symbolism, their history, and even the giver's emotions. And the scariest part: you might already have some of these items in your home, unknowingly inviting disruption into your life. But don't worry, this isn't about fear or superstition. It's about awareness. By understanding the energy behind these gifts, you can make more mindful decisions, ensuring that the items you keep in your life align with the harmony and abundance you deserve. Let me ask you this: have you ever felt uneasy after receiving a gift? Maybe it was an old mirror, a broken clock, or a second-hand piece of clothing. Perhaps you brushed it off, thinking it was just your imagination. But what if that unease was your intuition, trying to warn you of something deeper? In Buddhist philosophy, our surroundings profoundly influence our mental, emotional, and spiritual well-being. The objects we interact with are no exception. Here's why this matters: we live in a world filled with energy. Every thought, action, and object carries a vibration, shaping the way we feel, think, and act. Gifts, being deeply personal, hold even greater significance. They create energetic exchanges between the giver and receiver, leaving a lasting imprint on our lives. Understanding the hidden energies behind these exchanges is the first step to reclaiming your personal power and protecting your path to prosperity. And here's the kicker: the last item on this list is something almost everyone has accepted at least once in their life. It's so common that most people never think twice about it. But its energy could be quietly influencing your decisions, relationships, and even your ability to achieve success. So, stay with me. Over the next few minutes, we'll uncover the truth behind these 8 gifts, explore their surprising effects, and, most importantly, learn how to protect ourselves from their hidden energies. Whether you believe in these concepts or are just curious, I promise this journey will open your mind and give you practical insights to enhance your life. Are you ready to unlock the secrets behind the gifts you've received? Let's dive in and discover how to keep your energy aligned and your path to happiness clear. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll never look at gifts the same way again. 1. Sharp objects, cutting more than just material. Knives, scissors, and blades may seem like thoughtful and practical gifts. They're sleek, functional, and often represent care and utility. But beneath their polished appearance lies a symbolic weight that many people overlook. In spiritual traditions, these items are said to carry a cutting energy, an unseen force that can disrupt the flow of harmony in relationships. They don't just slice through materials, they hold the power to metaphorically sever bonds between people. Have you ever received a sharp object as a gift and noticed subtle changes in your connection with the giver? Perhaps a lingering awkwardness, a small argument, or even a growing emotional distance. It's easy to dismiss these experiences as unrelated. But spiritual teachings suggest otherwise. Sharp objects symbolize division. When gifted, their energy might unintentionally ripple into your life, creating friction or discord. It's not that the gift itself is malicious, it's the energy it represents. From a Buddhist perspective, relationships are part of a vast, interconnected web. Every interaction, every gesture, carries energy that contributes to the balance of this web. Sharp objects, by their very nature, embody a divisive force. They interrupt the flow of harmony, cutting through the unseen threads that bind us together. Even when gifted with the purest of intentions, they can inadvertently stir energies of separation, leading to misunderstandings or even estrangement. Now, this doesn't mean the giver had ill intentions. In fact, most people see sharp objects as useful and even elegant gifts, especially for occasions like housewarmings or weddings. But it's important to understand that intention and symbolism don't always align. The symbolic energy of a knife, for instance, transcends its practicality. It's not just a tool, it's a representation of cutting, of creating distance. The act of gifting such an object unknowingly introduces this energy into the relationship. But what can you do if you're offered such a gift? After all, refusing a present outright can feel uncomfortable or even rude. The answer lies in a simple yet powerful gesture rooted in tradition, offering a coin in exchange. By giving a small amount of money, you transform the gift from a token of division into a symbolic purchase. This act neutralizes the cutting energy, turning what could have been a disruption into a meaningful transaction. Imagine this: your friend hands you a beautiful set of knives as a housewarming gift. You smile, thank them, and slip a coin into their hand, saying, "This is for luck." In that moment, the energy shifts. The knives are no longer a gift with unintended consequences, they become tools you've chosen for your home, free of any symbolic weight. This practice isn't just about tradition, it's about mindfulness. It's a way of ensuring that the energy surrounding your interactions remains positive and harmonious. Sharp objects also remind us to be aware of the items we introduce into our lives. They encourage us to think beyond utility and aesthetics, to consider the subtle energies that influence our environment. Every object we keep carries a story, a vibration that interacts with our own. By being mindful of these stories, we can curate a space that nurtures connection, balance, and peace. This idea of mindfulness doesn't just apply to knives or scissors. It extends to every interaction, every gesture of giving and receiving. The objects we exchange carry meaning, whether we realize it or not. When we approach gift-giving with intention, we honor the bonds we share with others. We ensure that the energy we bring into each other's lives uplifts rather than divides. And isn't that what gifts should do? They should celebrate connection, deepen relationships, and add beauty to our lives. By understanding the hidden meanings behind what we give and receive, we become more than just participants in tradition. We become stewards of harmony, creators of positive energy. So the next time you find yourself selecting or receiving a gift, take a moment to reflect. What does this item symbolize? What energy does it carry? And how can you ensure that this exchange strengthens the bonds between you and your loved ones? A thoughtful gesture, like offering a coin or choosing an alternative gift, can make all the difference. It's a simple act, but one that speaks volumes about the care and intention you bring to your relationships. Ultimately, it's not about avoiding certain gifts out of fear or superstition. It's about cultivating awareness, about recognizing the profound impact that even the smallest actions can have on our connections with others. Sharp objects remind us of the power of symbolism, of the subtle ways that energy flows through our lives. By honoring this awareness, we not only protect our relationships but also deepen the harmony and balance that make life truly meaningful. 2. Empty wallets, the currency of energy. A wallet might seem like a simple, practical gift, something thoughtful and even symbolic of good fortune. But its symbolism runs far deeper than most of us realize. In many cultures and spiritual traditions, a wallet is more than just a container for money, it's a representation of abundance, prosperity, and financial flow. Yet, when a wallet is gifted empty, it unintentionally carries the energy of lack. That emptiness can project itself into the recipient's life, subtly influencing their financial stability and mindset. Picture this: you receive a sleek, stylish wallet from a well-meaning friend. You admire its craftsmanship and slip it into your bag. Days or weeks later, you begin to notice a lingering sense of stagnation. Opportunities seem harder to come by. Unexpected expenses creep up, and financial progress feels like an uphill climb. At first, it's easy to brush off as mere coincidence. But what if this gift, seemingly harmless, had set the tone for a financial energy that whispered scarcity into your subconscious? Buddhist teachings remind us of the immense power of intention. Every act, every gesture carries energy. When a wallet is given empty, it lacks the intention of prosperity and abundance. It becomes a vessel of nothingness, symbolizing a void where there should be flow. This symbolic void doesn't just stop at the physical level, it seeps into the psychological realm. The recipient may unconsciously associate the gift with financial struggle, a subtle message reinforced by the absence of even the smallest token of wealth within the wallet. The energy of lack, even when unintentional, can ripple outward in surprising ways. Imagine the difference in energy between an empty wallet and one gifted with a single coin or a crisp dollar bill. The latter, no matter how small the amount, carries a message of abundance and good fortune. It says, "Here's a start, a foundation for growth, a token of prosperity to attract more." This small gesture transforms the gift into a symbol of financial flow, instilling hope and positivity in the recipient's subconscious. For those who find themselves on the receiving end of an empty wallet, all is not lost. The energy of such a gift can be shifted with a simple action: place money in it immediately. Whether it's a coin, a dollar, or even a symbolic note of intention, this act fills the void and resets the energetic tone of the gift. It becomes less about what was given and more about how you transform its meaning. The practice of gifting wallets with a token of money inside is deeply rooted in spiritual and cultural traditions around the world. In some Asian cultures, for instance, it's customary to include money in a wallet before gifting it. This gesture not only ensures the recipient starts their financial journey with abundance but also reflects the giver's well wishes for their prosperity. It's a beautiful way of setting intentions for the gift, aligning both parties with the energy of growth and wealth. This principle isn't limited to wallets alone. It speaks to the broader idea that what we give carries energy, not just the physical object, but the intentions behind it. A wallet, being a vessel for wealth, holds an even greater significance. By mindfully adding a token of abundance, we honor the spiritual and emotional impact of the gift. We shift its energy from one of emptiness to one of potential and possibility. There's something poetic about this shift. It reminds us that abundance isn't about the size of what we give, it's about the thought and energy we put into it. A single coin in a wallet can symbolize boundless opportunities. It says, "May this wallet always be full. May it attract prosperity. And may it serve as a reminder of the flow of abundance in your life." For the giver, this practice deepens the act of giving. It transforms a simple object into a meaningful gesture, imbued with intention and care. For the receiver, it sets the stage for a positive financial mindset. It's a small act, but one that ripples far beyond its initial offering, reminding us of the interconnectedness of energy in all aspects of life. This mindfulness extends to how we receive gifts as well. When we approach the items we're given with awareness, we can choose to align them with our intentions. An empty wallet doesn't have to remain a symbol of scarcity, it can become an opportunity to cultivate abundance. By filling it with even the smallest amount of money or an intentional affirmation, we reclaim its energy and redirect it toward prosperity. The next time you find yourself gifting or receiving a wallet, think about the story it tells. Is it one of emptiness or one of hope and abundance? A small, thoughtful gesture can make all the difference. It's not just about what's practical, it's about what uplifts, inspires, and aligns with the energy we wish to create in the world. By choosing to give and receive with intention, we not only honor the gift itself but also the deeper connections it represents. 3. Used clothing, layers of emotional residue. Clothing is far more than just a collection of threads and stitches, it's a part of someone's story. Every piece carries with it the energy, experiences, and emotions of its previous owner. When you hold a garment in your hands, you're not just feeling the fabric, you're touching the unseen imprint of the life it lived before reaching you. That's what makes clothing so personal, so intimate. It has the ability to connect us, but it also has the power to carry energies that might not align with our own. Imagine receiving a beautiful jacket as a gift. It's second-hand, but it's in perfect condition. At first, you feel excited, what a thoughtful and practical present. But after wearing it a few times, you notice a subtle shift in your energy. Perhaps you feel more anxious. Or maybe you start experiencing a series of small setbacks. Could it be that the jacket, though outwardly pristine, is carrying the weight of its previous owner's challenges? It sounds far-fetched, but from a spiritual perspective, this idea holds significant truth. Buddhist teachings remind us of the importance of maintaining clarity and purity in our environment, as everything around us has an energetic impact. Used clothing, no matter how practical or stylish, can carry emotional residue from its previous owner. If that person went through a particularly difficult time, grief, illness, or financial hardship, the garment may hold traces of that energy. By wearing it, you unknowingly invite those vibrations into your life. This isn't about fear or superstition, it's about awareness. Energy is a subtle yet powerful force. Just as we feel uplifted when wearing something new that resonates with our personal style, we can also feel weighed down by clothing that carries an unspoken heaviness. The fabric itself doesn't cause this, it's the stories embedded within it that influence how we feel. This doesn't mean you should never accept or purchase used clothing. In fact, second-hand garments can be incredibly meaningful. They can carry positive energy too, memories of joy, love, or success. The key is to approach these items mindfully, If you're drawn to thrift shopping or receive second-hand clothing as a gift, there are ways to ensure the energy aligns with your own. One of the simplest and most effective methods is cleansing. By intentionally resetting the energy of the garment, you can make it truly yours. Washing it with salt water is a traditional and powerful way to neutralize residual vibrations. Salt is known for its purifying properties, and when used thoughtfully, it can help remove any lingering energy from the fabric. Burning sage or Palo Santo over the clothing is another effective technique. These practices are often used in spiritual rituals to cleanse spaces and objects, restoring balance and clarity. Even something as simple as holding the garment and saying a heartfelt blessing can make a difference. As you do, set your intention: may this clothing bring comfort, joy, and positivity into my life. By infusing the item with your own energy, you replace any lingering influences with your personal vibration. It becomes a reflection of your story, rather than someone else's. For those who find beauty in vintage or thrifted clothing, this practice can add even more meaning to the experience. It transforms the act of wearing second-hand clothing into something sacred, an opportunity to honor its history while welcoming it into your life in a way that feels aligned and balanced. It's also worth considering where the clothing came from. If you know the giver or the previous owner, take a moment to reflect on their energy and experiences. Was the gift given with love and positivity? If so, it's likely that the garment carries that same uplifting energy. However, if you feel any sense of unease, perhaps the giver was going through a difficult time, it's worth taking the extra step to cleanse the item before wearing it. This practice isn't just about clothing, it's a reminder of the broader principle of mindfulness. Everything we bring into our lives carries meaning, whether tangible or intangible. By approaching these objects with intention, we can ensure that our environment supports our well-being and spiritual harmony. Used clothing is a powerful symbol of connection. It weaves together stories of different lives, creating a bridge between past and present. When handled with care and mindfulness, it can be a beautiful addition to your life, full of character and charm. But when we neglect the unseen energy it carries, we risk inviting imbalance into our personal space. By taking the time to cleanse and infuse these items with our own energy, we ensure that they serve as a source of positivity and support. The next time you receive or buy a piece of second-hand clothing, pause for a moment, reflect on its journey, honor its history, and make it yours in every sense of the word, with a little intention and care. Even the simplest garment can become a powerful ally in your life, a reminder that we have the ability to shape the energy around us, one mindful choice at a time. 4. Religious artifacts, sacred intentions. Religious artifacts are unlike any other gifts. They carry more than material value, they are imbued with the energy of faith, devotion, and deep intention. Statues of deities, prayer beads, sacred texts, each of these items represents a profound connection to spiritual practices and beliefs. When gifted, they can seem like tokens of thoughtfulness or shared reverence, but their spiritual depth also means they may not always align with the beliefs or energy of the person receiving them. Imagine receiving a beautifully carved Buddha statue as a gift from a friend. It's a stunning piece, intricately detailed and clearly given with care. But as you place it in your home, you start to feel an unease you can't quite explain. Perhaps it feels out of place, or maybe it stirs questions about your own spiritual beliefs. This dissonance might not be about the statue itself but the energy it carries, an energy deeply tied to the giver's intentions and the artifact's previous use. In spiritual traditions, religious artifacts are more than decorative objects. They are tools of worship, meditation, and connection to the divine. They carry the vibrations of their purpose and the energy of those who have interacted with them. For someone deeply connected to a specific faith, these objects can serve as anchors, grounding them in their practice. But for others, they might feel like foreign energy intruding on their spiritual space, especially if they come from a different tradition or hold meanings that conflict with their beliefs. Take, for instance, a rosary given to someone who doesn't practice Christianity, or a Hindu idol gifted to someone unfamiliar with its significance. While the giver's intention might be kind, the artifact's energy could create subtle internal conflict. The recipient might feel an obligation to respect the artifact, but without a personal connection to its symbolism, it can feel out of sync with their spiritual journey. This dissonance can lead to a sense of imbalance, as if the artifact is at odds with the energy of their home or personal practice. Buddhist teachings emphasize the importance of mindfulness and alignment in all aspects of life, including the objects we keep around us. When receiving a religious artifact, it's essential to pause and reflect. Does this item resonate with your beliefs? Does it align with the energy you wish to cultivate in your space? If the answer is yes, then it can become a meaningful addition to your spiritual life. If not, it's okay to acknowledge that, with respect and gratitude for the giver's intentions. If you find yourself in this situation, there are ways to handle it mindfully. One approach is to cleanse the artifact, resetting its energy so it aligns more closely with your own. This can be done through rituals like smudging with sage, bathing the item in sunlight or moonlight, or even setting a personal intention as you hold it. These practices can help neutralize any conflicting vibrations, allowing you to integrate the item into your space more harmoniously. However, there may be times when an artifact's energy feels too out of place, even after cleansing. In such cases, it's perfectly acceptable to have an open and respectful conversation with the giver. You might say, "This is a beautiful gift, and I truly appreciate the thought behind it. But I want to be honest, it feels a bit unfamiliar to me spiritually, and I'm not sure I can give it the reverence it deserves." This kind of honesty, expressed with gratitude, honors both the giver's intentions and your own spiritual boundaries. Religious artifacts remind us of the profound connection between material objects and the spiritual energy they hold. They carry the weight of tradition, faith, and devotion, making them powerful symbols but also potentially challenging gifts. This doesn't mean we should avoid them entirely. It simply means we need to approach them with awareness and respect. When gifted a religious artifact, consider its purpose and its energy. Is it something that will support and enrich your spiritual journey, or does it feel like it belongs to a different path? By reflecting on these questions, you ensure that the items you bring into your life truly align with your personal beliefs and intentions. Ultimately, religious artifacts are deeply personal. They are sacred tools meant to enhance spiritual connection, not create confusion or imbalance. By treating them with care, whether through cleansing, mindful integration, or honest communication, you honor both their sacredness and your own spiritual integrity. And in doing so, you create a space where the energy around you supports your growth, peace, and harmony. 5. Old mirrors, reflecting more than images. Mirrors have always held a sense of mystery, haven't they? We glance into them every day, seeking a reflection of ourselves. Yet they offer so much more than just a surface image. Mirrors are symbolic. They show us not only what we look like but also who we are. They reflect light, energy, and emotions, creating a connection between the physical and the metaphysical. When you look at a mirror, You're not just seeing your own reflection, you're engaging with an object that has absorbed the essence of its surroundings. Now imagine an old mirror, one that has been part of a home for decades. Maybe even centuries. It has witnessed countless moments, joy, sorrow, laughter, arguments, and everything in between. Each moment leaves an imprint, an energetic residue that lingers, even as the physical appearance of the mirror remains unchanged. This is why old mirrors are often viewed with caution. They carry the echoes of their past environments, and those echoes can quietly influence the energy of the spaces they enter. In spiritual traditions, especially in Buddhism, clarity of mind is essential. A clear mind allows us to see the world as it truly is, unclouded by illusions or emotional baggage. But an old mirror, particularly one that has been exposed to negativity or conflict, can disrupt this clarity. It may amplify unresolved emotions, making it harder to maintain balance and peace. Have you ever stood in front of a mirror and felt uneasy, as though it were reflecting not just your image but something deeper, something you couldn't quite put into words? That's the subtle energy at play. Consider this: a mirror from a home filled with love and harmony might exude warmth and positivity, enhancing the energy of your space. On the other hand, a mirror that once resided in a room marked by sadness or arguments might carry that weight into your life. It's not about superstition, it's about understanding that objects, especially mirrors, are not passive. They interact with the energy around them, amplifying or absorbing it, and they carry those interactions forward. This doesn't mean you should fear old mirrors or avoid them altogether. They can be beautiful, historic pieces with incredible craftsmanship and stories to tell. But it does mean that you should approach them mindfully. If you inherit or purchase an old mirror, take a moment to connect with it. Ask yourself, what energy might this mirror hold? Does it feel harmonious? Or does something about it feel off? If you sense any imbalance, there are ways to cleanse and reset the mirror's energy. Sage and Palo Santo are traditional tools for clearing negative energy. Light the sage or Palo Santo, and let the smoke gently waft around the mirror's surface, setting an intention for purification and renewal. Salt water is another powerful cleansing agent. Wipe the mirror with a cloth dampened in salt water, imagining the energy being washed away, leaving only clarity and positivity behind. You can also use sunlight or moonlight to recharge the mirror, letting the natural light infuse it with fresh energy. Setting a personal intention for the mirror can also be transformative. Hold it in your hands or stand in front of it and speak your intention out loud. May this mirror reflect only truth, clarity, and positivity. By doing this, you take ownership of its energy, ensuring that it aligns with your space and your spirit. But if a mirror feels persistently unsettling, even after cleansing, it's okay to let it go. Not every object is meant to stay with us, and there's no harm in choosing to surround yourself with items that fully support your well-being. A new mirror, chosen with care, can symbolize fresh beginnings and offer a clean slate, free from any lingering vibrations of the past. Mirrors also remind us of a deeper truth, the power of reflection in our own lives. Just as a mirror reflects our physical form, our thoughts, actions, and emotions reflect the energy we bring into the world. Keeping a mirror that aligns with your intentions is a way of honoring this connection. It's a reminder to look not only at your surface reflection but also at the energy you project and absorb every day. The next time you encounter an old mirror, take a moment to pause. Think about the stories it might hold, the lives it has witnessed, and the energy it has carried through time. With mindfulness and intention, You can decide whether it belongs in your space or if its story has already served its purpose. Whether you choose to cleanse it, keep it, or part ways with it. You are in control of the energy you welcome into your life. In this way, mirrors become not just objects of utility, but tools of self-awareness and spiritual alignment. 6. Clocks and watches, the weight of time. Clocks and watches are fascinating gifts. At first glance, they seem like the epitome of practicality, a way to mark time, stay organized, and honor life's rhythms. Yet beneath their polished surfaces and ticking hands lies a deeper symbolism. These objects don't just measure time, they carry the weight of it. Every second they count is a reminder of time's relentless passage, its finite nature, and the urgency it often brings to our lives. Imagine receiving a beautiful antique clock or an elegant wristwatch. It's a thoughtful gesture, perhaps meant to signify respect, a wish for punctuality, or even a nod to longevity. But as you place that clock on your mantle or fasten that watch to your wrist, something subtle begins to shift. You start noticing its presence more than you expected, not just as a functional object but as a quiet yet persistent voice whispering about the moments slipping away. The weight of time, once an abstract concept, feels more tangible, more pressing. In Buddhist philosophy, there's a profound emphasis on living fully in the present moment. Time, in this sense, is not something to measure, hoard, or obsess over. It's something to experience. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. And the only thing that truly exists is the now. But a clock or a watch, as practical as it may be, can subtly pull you away from this mindfulness. It can anchor your thoughts to the ticking seconds, urging you to think about what has passed or what's yet to come, rather than what's right in front of you. It's not that timepieces are inherently negative, far from it. They can be beautiful reminders of the structure and order we rely on in our daily lives. But as gifts, they carry a unique energy that may not always align with the receiver's current state of being. A gifted clock might inadvertently bring with it an unspoken sense of urgency, a reminder to be on time, meet deadlines, or even hurry through life. This unintentional message, though often subtle, can add pressure rather than peace, pulling the recipient away from the groundedness they may seek. An old or second-hand timepiece can carry even more layered energy. It might hold the memories of its previous owner, perhaps a life filled with stress, regret, or longing. These emotional imprints can linger, subtly influencing the new owner's relationship with time. Instead of fostering balance and mindfulness, such a gift can introduce feelings of anxiety or restlessness. If you're considering gifting a clock or a watch, it's worth reflecting on the deeper message it might convey. Is the intention to celebrate the recipient's accomplishments or to encourage their growth? Or might it unintentionally place a burden of expectations? Sometimes, the best gifts aren't those that mark time but those that help us forget it, gifts that inspire us to immerse ourselves in the present moment rather than count the seconds as they pass. Alternatives to timepieces can be just as meaningful, if not more so. Instead of a watch, why not gift an experience that encourages connection and presence? A meditation class, a yoga retreat, or even a simple shared walk in nature can remind someone of the beauty of being fully present. These kinds of gifts don't measure time, they enrich it. They create memories that are timeless, moments that linger in the heart rather than on the hands of a clock. For those who have already received a clock or watch and feel its weight, there are ways to shift its energy. Start by setting a clear intention for the item. Hold the timepiece in your hands and say, May this serve as a reminder to live fully in the present. To cherish each moment as it comes. By reframing its purpose, you can transform it from a symbol of urgency into a tool for mindfulness. You might also consider placing the clock or watch in a space that feels balanced and serene. Avoid areas where it might dominate your attention, such as a bedroom or workspace. Instead, let it become part of a calm corner, perhaps surrounded by objects that bring you peace and joy. This way, its presence becomes a subtle reminder of life's rhythm without overwhelming your sense of ease. Ultimately, the gift of time is not about clocks or watches, it's about how we choose to experience the moments we're given, whether we measure them or simply live them. The choice is ours. Timepieces, when approached mindfully, can serve as gentle reminders of this choice, but when given or received without awareness, they can tether us to the very pressures we seek to escape. The next time you encounter a clock or watch as a potential gift, pause for a moment. Reflect on the message it carries and the energy it might bring. Consider whether it aligns with the life and values of the person receiving it. And if it doesn't, think about the other ways you might honor their time, through connection, presence, and the shared experience of simply being. These are the gifts that truly transcend time, leaving a legacy not of measured minutes but of meaningful moments. 7. Broken items, a symbol of fragmentation. Broken items have a way of drawing our attention. A cracked vase, a chipped plate, or a shattered piece of glass, each imperfection speaks volumes about the fragility of life, the inevitable wear and tear of existence. Yet, when such items are given as gifts, they carry a deeper significance, one that may not always serve the receiver well. They serve as silent reminders of incompleteness, their flaws symbolizing something unresolved or fractured. Imagine unwrapping a gift only to find a delicate porcelain dish with a noticeable crack. While the giver's intentions may be sincere, perhaps they saw beauty in its vintage charm or sentimentality in its history. What the object communicates energetically can be quite different. A broken item subtly mirrors the concept of fragmentation, suggesting a lack of wholeness, even without realizing it. You may begin to internalize this symbolism, finding areas of your life that suddenly feel out of alignment or incomplete. In Buddhist philosophy, harmony and balance are essential components of well-being. The environment we create around ourselves is an extension of our inner world, a reflection of our state of mind. A broken object disrupts this flow of harmony, serving as a quiet yet persistent reminder of what is damaged, what is missing, or what is not functioning as it should. It becomes an energetic disruption, subtly influencing our perception of stability and peace. However, this perspective is not about rejecting imperfection outright. On the contrary, brokenness can hold profound lessons and opportunities for growth. The Japanese art of kintsugi is a powerful example of this. Rather than discarding broken pottery, artisans mend the cracks with gold, transforming the flaws into features of beauty and strength. The repaired piece becomes more valuable, its imperfections celebrated as part of its unique story. This philosophy teaches us that brokenness doesn't have to mean failure or loss, it can symbolize resilience and transformation. If you find yourself with a broken item that holds sentimental or practical value, consider how you might repair it. By mending what is broken, you not only restore its function but also imbue it with a new narrative, one of renewal and care. This act of repair is symbolic in itself, a reminder that imperfections can lead to deeper meaning and even greater beauty. That said, not all broken items are worth keeping. Sometimes, holding on to such objects can create a sense of stagnation, as if the unresolved nature of the item anchors you to the past. If an item no longer serves you or brings joy, it's okay to let it go. Decluttering your space of broken things can be an act of liberation, making room for new energy and opportunities to flow into your life. When it comes to giving gifts, mindfulness is key. A broken item, even if it has sentimental or aesthetic value, may carry unintended messages. The act of gifting is about sharing positivity, connection, and intention. Consider how the recipient might perceive the object. Will it uplift them? Or will it remind them of something unresolved? By choosing items that symbolize wholeness and harmony, you ensure that your gift aligns with the energy you wish to convey. For those who receive a broken gift, it's important to approach the situation with both gratitude and awareness. The gesture of giving often outweighs the object itself, and it's likely that the giver had only the best intentions. If the item feels out of place or carries a sense of heaviness, take time to reflect on its significance. Does it hold a deeper meaning for you? Or does it feel like an anchor to something you're ready to move past? Trust your intuition in deciding whether to repair, repurpose, or release it. Broken items also invite us to reflect on our relationship with imperfection. In a culture that often prizes flawlessness, they challenge us to see beauty in the incomplete, the imperfect, the unfinished. They remind us that life itself is a process, one that is rarely tidy or linear. By embracing the cracks and chips, whether in objects or in ourselves, we open the door to growth and transformation. The next time you encounter a broken item, consider the story it tells. Is it a story of loss? Or could it become a story of renewal? How might you honor its journey while also honoring your own? Whether you choose to repair it, let it go, or transform it into something new, you are engaging in a powerful act of mindfulness. You are acknowledging the energy it carries and making a conscious choice about how it fits into your life. In the end, brokenness is not something to fear or avoid. It's a natural part of existence, a reminder that nothing is permanent and everything has the potential to evolve. By approaching broken items with intention and care, we can turn them into symbols of resilience, creativity, and hope. And in doing so, we remind ourselves that even the most fragmented pieces can come together to form something whole, something beautiful, something truly meaningful. 8. Cash, energy in motion. Money is one of the most common gifts exchanged in our modern world. It's practical, versatile, and universally appreciated. After all, it allows the recipient to choose exactly what they need or desire. But money, as simple and straightforward as it may seem, carries an energy far beyond its physical form. Each bill, each coin, holds a story, a vibration shaped by its journey and the intentions of those who handle it. When money is given as a gift, it becomes more than just currency. It becomes a carrier of energy, one that can either uplift or weigh down the recipient. Imagine receiving an envelope filled with cash. It might come with heartfelt wishes for success or prosperity. But what if, unknowingly, it also carries the giver's financial anxieties? Perhaps they struggled to part with it, fearing scarcity in their own life. Or maybe the money was earned during a period of intense stress. These unseen energies can attach themselves to the gift, subtly influencing the receiver's financial mindset and well-being. It's not about superstition, it's about the unspoken emotional and energetic exchanges that occur with every transaction. Buddhist philosophy offers profound insights into the nature of wealth. True wealth is not measured by the amount of money you possess but by the balance and harmony you cultivate in your life. Money, in this context, is a tool, a means to support well-being. foster connections, and create opportunities. However, when money is received or given without mindfulness, it can disrupt this delicate balance. The energy of scarcity, fear, or obligation can overshadow its potential to bring abundance and joy. Accepting money as a gift requires awareness. It's not just about the physical act of receiving, but about recognizing the energy it carries and setting an intention for how it will be used. When you receive money mindlessly, you risk allowing its energetic imprint to influence you unconsciously. But when you pause, reflect, and infuse it with your own positive intentions, you transform it into a force for good. A simple act of mindfulness can shift the energy of the gift, aligning it with your values and aspirations. For example, consider using gifted money to invest in something that truly resonates with you, a course that enhances your skills, a project that fuels your creativity, or a donation to a cause that inspires you. These choices amplify the positive energy of the gift, ensuring it contributes to your growth and well-being. Even spending it on a small indulgence that brings genuine joy can be a mindful act if done with intention and gratitude. On the flip side, gifting money also comes with responsibilities. When you give money, you're not just transferring currency, you're sharing energy. If your gift is accompanied by feelings of guilt, reluctance, or financial strain, those emotions can impact the recipient. Even if unintentionally, the key is to give from a place of abundance. No matter the amount, whether it's a large sum or a single dollar, the intention behind the gift matters most. By giving with love, generosity, and a genuine desire to uplift the other person, you ensure that your energy adds to the gift's value. In some cultures, gifting money is accompanied by rituals or traditions designed to imbue the gift with positive energy. For instance, placing money in a red envelope, as is customary in Chinese culture, symbolizes good luck and prosperity. These practices highlight the importance of intention, showing how small gestures can transform the act of giving into something meaningful and harmonious. If you find yourself hesitant about receiving money as a gift, remember that it's not the money itself that holds power, but how you choose to interact with it. Take a moment to express gratitude, not just for the gift but for the thoughtfulness and generosity behind it. Then, set a clear intention for its use. Visualize how this money will support your goals, bring joy, or make a positive impact in someone else's life. This practice ensures that the energy of the gift aligns with your personal values and creates a ripple effect of positivity. Money is, at its core, energy in motion. It flows from one hand to another, one purpose to the next, shaping and being shaped by the intentions of those who interact with it. When we approach money mindfully, whether as givers or receivers, we reclaim our power to direct its energy. We turn it into a tool for creating balance, fostering connections, and enriching our lives in ways that truly matter. The next time you give or receive money, think about the energy it carries. Is it filled with fear, obligation, or scarcity? Or does it resonate with abundance, generosity, and possibility? By choosing to engage with money consciously, you transform it from a simple medium of exchange into a meaningful symbol of connection and intention. And in doing so, you align yourself with the true essence of wealth, not just material gain, but the harmony and fulfillment that come from living with purpose and gratitude. As we bring this journey to a close, take a moment to reflect on the gifts you've given and received in your life. Each one, no matter how small, carries a story, a piece of energy that shapes not only your surroundings but also your inner world. By understanding the deeper meanings behind these gestures, we gain the ability to approach gifting and receiving with greater mindfulness, turning even the simplest exchanges into opportunities for connection and growth. It's not about fear or superstition. Nor is it about rejecting the kindness of others. Instead, it's about awareness, recognizing that every object we bring into our lives has the potential to shape our emotions, relationships, and even our success. When we pause to consider the energy behind a gift, we empower ourselves to make choices that align with our values and intentions. In doing so, we create a ripple effect of positivity that extends far beyond the act of giving or receiving. Imagine a world where every gift was chosen or accepted with thoughtfulness and care. A world where the objects in our lives were not just things but symbols of joy, harmony, and abundance. This is the kind of mindful exchange we can cultivate together, one choice at a time. It's a practice that not only enhances our own lives but also deepens the connections we share with those around us. If this journey has resonated with you, I invite you to share your thoughts in the comments below. What gifts have left a lasting impact on you, and why? Have you ever noticed how certain items carry an energy that shapes your mood or your space? Your experiences and insights could inspire someone else on their path to mindfulness and balance. As you move forward, let these teachings serve as a gentle guide. Embrace the power of intention in every exchange, and trust that by aligning with energies that uplift and support you, you're creating a life filled with abundance and harmony. Remember, it's not the size or cost of a gift that matters most, it's the thought, the energy, and the love behind it. Thank you for taking the time to explore this topic with me today. Your presence here means so much, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share these insights with you. If you found value in this message, I encourage you to like this video, share it with someone who might benefit, and subscribe to the channel for more content that uplifts and inspires. May your journey be filled with mindful choices, joyful connections, and endless possibilities for growth. And as you give and receive in the days ahead, may abundance flow into your life effortlessly, bringing you closer to the peace and harmony you deserve. Stay mindful, stay present, and remember, you have the power to transform every gift into a source of positivity and light.